any painting. So you may want to move over just a little bit. We don't want it because it's going to splatter. This is going to splatter off. It's going to spray. See that splatter? See on the bottom of the board over there? See that kind of bluish color? There's some more over there. That's just the spray off of the sides. So it's going to go nearly to my picture there. Okay. So because I'm going to be like that. Look on your clothes. Look on your other picture. So make sure where you set up that you're in a safe area. Check your surroundings. Okay, because it will fly off the side. So be very careful. Now, all right. So the first step I like to do is to put and it's not a mandatory step, but just put a little turpentine on the canvas. This is just going to help it flow a little better when you start putting on your sky and your foreground. And we're going to go sky foreground. Okay, sky foreground. Okay. So we're going to throw in the turps on here now and kind of do it. If you use the medium, if you had a medium, the medium will be much better than this. But we're just kind of going with the turpentine right now. And a medium is basically, you can buy a medium, about $10 a jar. You mix up a medium with some turpentine and some linseed oil, make your own mixtures. I know it's large there. Just getting it cheap, mix up your own mediums. And a medium is a nice thing to have. In high school we used a medium, but after I've never used a medium since. But it's not a bad idea for different reasons. But for your case on these first ones, you'll be good with this. Now, so we got a little base on there of just turps. Now that was flying off the side. If you were standing right there, you got it over. Now, so here's the next step. Do a background on a portrait, a background on a still life, or a sky. Here's how you do it. So watch closely, we're dabbing it in. How much paint we're using, and you want to come out and take a glance at the thickness. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. Okay? And we're dabbing it off. We're just dabbing. Okay? Now, it's a snow scene, it's going to be a pretty gray sky. You don't want much color. You don't want much paint. I've already maybe got too much out of this, but you take snow. We're going to put much down here to the snow. Go a little bit there. Now, I'm not cleaning the brush. I'm going straight to the cerulean. That was the ultramarine blue. Going straight to the cerulean blue now. Not your blue. We're going to throw a couple of dabs of that in. The cerulean. Okay? We're throwing some cerulean in. And this is, first it's the patch. I mean, believe me, when was this back then, 2 o'clock? If it hadn't been the worst part of your day yet, when you hear that bell, when you say it's time to clean up, you could stay here until 3:30 in the morning doing it. So I guarantee you, it's that fun. It's that. I don't know. It's phenomenal. Great. That's how it is. Now, so we didn't even clean the brush yet. Now we're going to throw a little burnt sienna brown. Just a little, unless you want to warm it up. Okay. This is going to stormy cloud it up a little bit. We're going to throw a little burnt sienna brown. Now notice I'm just dabbing a little of that. Again, how much you put here is up to you. Okay. So we're going to little burnt sienna brown. Now, for the first time, I'm going to go into the turpentine, drop the brush a little bit. Now, when you do the turpentine, you don't want to just have it sitting there and just kind of, you want to grab it firmly. Don't want too much, you don't want to shatter it, but grab it firmly, hold it and you want to, don't get your face over it. This will splatter in your eyes, you'll be blinded for a few days. You want to do like this right here, okay? Have it hit off the sides a little bit, but don't get over the top of it. It could be splattering out. And again, another reason you don't want it too full. You just want a little bit in there. But here, have it here. You got to hit the sides. Here's the brushing. Okay, so you got to get it. Don't leave it pretty vigorous with it. Okay, and then there you go. Now we're going to go titanium white. The white. We're on video. This is on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel, and I'm the passion of what art really is. Now we're blending it in. Now, how much you blend here is up to you. I mean, it's I like to see a lot of colors in a painting. If you overblend, you're going to go gray. Kind of like when you're shading a drawing. I mean, if you just keep blending it, it's just going to gray up, right? So how much color you want? It's your call. This is your painting. This is your ride there. Let's make it yours. Make it your passion. Make it yours right here. This is where you make it your own. And again, I'm just making this thing up. You can look at a picture, and you may have a picture, and you may still change up your photo. And then, so what you do here, now the key is one of the big reasons for the easel, is you're going to back up. You want to stand back. I can't tell what I've got from here. So you want to back up as far away as you can get. Oh, yeah. And paintings normally look better from a distance anyway, especially the Impressionist paintings. But, so now I'm just going to, it is a snow scene, so I'm kind of going to blend it out. I'm going to show you how to do a cloud here too, though, because these will go with the other pictures that you're going to be doing, with the landscapes for the painting. So you're going to come in here and we're just blending it down. Now, if you want to thin it, the turpentine acts as just like your water did with watercolor and acrylic. So we're just thinning it down. So if it's not flowing, add a little turpentine in there. Okay. So you don't want to get it too thin. You want to remember the snowy effect. You don't want that canvas, white canvas showing. You want to make sure that's completely covered. Completely covered. And then we'll show what we got. So let's just blend this out. Now, I may get this in 5 minutes, just like I want it, or it may take me an hour to kind of make it work. But let's say you just work, and then you could just take the paint rag if you didn't like it. You just wipe out the whole deal and start over. Okay?
No way.
You would never throw these away. So that's why half the paintings I have, there's another painting. If you scrape it off, there'll be another painting underneath. Same way with the Van Gogh painting, So you don't ever throw a canvas away. It's too expensive. You got your canvases. So you just stand back and you just see what kind of sky you want to have here. But now I'm thinning it out a little bit. I'm going more just white because it's snow right at the bottom, so I don't want to get too dark down here. But I do want to kind of now you don't want to leave like the next day and then leave a mark because it's a little harder to blend it out. It will dry a little. But this white paint, it'll take this is going to take all week to dry here. So we're all control. So we're just blending it out and make sure we have it all kind of covered in. And I'll come around and help you out and as you're painting, and if you want it to look good, we'll get you one looking good, okay? So we'll see what you got. So we gotta get this thing going. So we're gonna show you some mountains, we're gonna show you some trees, maybe a little pathway, and that's kind of what you want to put in this, okay? And then if you've got a picture that you took up Flagstaff or up in somewhere where you got some snow this weekend, then just bring it out there and bring it out. Let's get it. So let's see what we got. So we got the whole canvas completely covered. Nothing, the whole thing is covered up. There's no snowy effect. It's all right there. Now I need to stand back again and look, okay? Kind of see what I want. Now let me show you how to do, how's that looking back there? Looks like it's real sky? Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can put a cloud in there. Let's put a cloud. Here's how you do a cloud. So I'm going to dry off the brush. Move up closer if you can't see. Now, I'm not going to clean it out too much, okay? I'm just going to kind of dry it off. Now, I'm going to go back into my pure white paint. Just pure white, okay? The can's still wet. I'm going to use just pure white going into it. And I'm going to thicken it up a little bit. It's got a little thicker there. I'm going to paint a cloud. Let's say right here. Just put the first cloud here. We're just going to put some white paint, thicker on, not too thick, but thicker, on this little section right here, okay? Put a little more over here, okay? How thick you want it to be is, again, up to you. Some paintings, very thick. Some thinned out. Some, you want to always have that consistency of that paint. A little thick, a little thin. You don't want it too thin, you don't want it too thick. Just kind of, you've got to find that medium. So we're just painting some clouds. Now watch what we're going to do here. Okay, watch close. Any questions so far? Any questions? Okay, here we go. Now, so we got a couple of clouds here. Now the next step, we're going to throw in here. The next step, now watch what we do here. The next step, we're going to shadow these clouds. So I'm going to go back to either my brown, maybe a little dark blue only, or maybe a little of that brown. A little of that dark blue and brown both, okay? And we're going to put a little shadow under the cloud. And watch what we do. We're going to put a little shadow under this cloud. See what we're doing here? See what we got? We're putting a little dark shadow under the cloud. Okay? Okay, now, you could leave it. Now, I'm going to soften it up a little bit. So I'm going to kind of dry off the brush again. Okay? Not really cleaning it. I'm not cleaning it, I'm just drying. I'm going to soften it up. And I'm just going to, kind of like a feather, just kind of soften up. Just barely kind of hit it. And again, this is, how much you do this is up to you. How much, again, you just keep blending, it's just going to gray up. I mean, isn't that maybe what you want? I don't know. But what look you're going for. So how much you soften it is just kind of up to you. And you can't tell until I back up. I can't tell what I'm doing here. I can't tell, exactly how this is looking until I back away. And you use the paints, but this is, like I said, this is the old. This is the true medium. Really big. Just gotta kind of work it in there, and you're just kind of going for a look. Right? What you looking for here? How's it look back there from your perspective? What do you think?
It looks like it's all up to you.
It looks what?
It's all up to you.
Looks good, huh? It's not looking bad. Okay. Okay, let me take a look. You can't sneak through here. I can't see that because I want to get back to the feather. Back to the feather, back you get, the realer, the better it looks. And we get in there. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Are we thinking good here? Okay, All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, how's that look? Where's that little touch through there?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal, that's the word we're looking for right there. All right, so let's see what we got. Okay. Now, all right, so let's look at, that's, I can just tell from here, that's not that. Okay. All right. Okay, if anyone knows anyone on public television, tell them I'm available to take over for Bob. Okay, here we go. Now, Bob Ross, okay. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so let's see. Now, we're going to go mountains. All right, what are we talking? I'm still going big brush. Okay, we're talking a little dark brown, a little ultramarine blue, right? Where do you want the mountain at? Not right in the middle. You want to kind of go a little above, a little below. Where do you want? Maybe here? Right here? Let's take it here. So we're going to go mountains. We're going to go mountains. Again, I'm making it up. You find your picture. You take your picture. Or you make it. I'm just making it up. Okay. So here we go. Now notice we go a little dark. We go a little dark brown. A little blue. Make a little cerulean in it. So now notice you're not just going straight brown. Okay, on a mountain. Okay, so you got to add a little blue into it. Again, it's one of the color you're looking for. I mean, you could, So we're just kind of doing. You can do Arizona style mountains. You can do Montana. Where's another mountainous place? Colorado mountains. I don't know. What are you going to do? All right. So we're going to do a little mountain. Now, think maybe atmospheric perspective. Those mountains way off in the distance too. Maybe they're 50 miles, 30 miles in the distance. They're going to be lighter. They're going to be smooth. There ain't any texture to them. Okay, so let's say we got little mountains in here. Now, we're going to put a little base on it. A little base here. Got to have a horizon line. That's your horizon line right there. Now, what do you got next? Okay, we're going to dive it off a little bit. We're going to come in. I'm going to clean the brush. We're talking a little highlight. Let's got to figure out dark and light. Let's say lights over here. Light side's over here. Let's say light side's over here. But you want to light the dark side. Don't get it mixed up. Okay, so we're going to put a little highlight right here. You want to see that? A little closer so you can't see. So we're just texturing it. We're just texturing this thing up. Looks like we spent hours on it. And we're just texturing this thing up. And then we're getting this thing rolling. And then, stand back again. See if you're getting the look you want. We getting the look we want? We looking real? We looking real? Here we go. So what you got right here. Okay? So you're gonna smooth it out. Just gonna fade it out a little bit. Just gonna fade this thing out, put a little curve in there. Just fade this thing out. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? Is it looking real? What's it look like? Is it looking like mountains here? Huh?
Beautiful.
Notice the colors. We're talking blue, brown, and white. That's all we're talking.
That's it?
That's all we got on this one. Now the next painting will come in with more, but we're talking this first one. Keep it simpler for you. And it works. I mean, I use many colors on that. Much more than that on that one there. What I brought in the red on the chairs. But so here we got it kind of fading down. How are we looking there? Okay, so I mean, you could say, hey, it's done. It might take you 10 minutes, 2 minutes. And you can't tell. I can't tell from there. I got to back up to see if that's the look I'm going for, right? Now, you don't want to overblend. Maybe you got to bring back in some texture. Maybe I'll overblend a little, bring back a little texture. Remember your dark and light side, okay? So that dark and light side, even down low, if you're coming down into it, okay? Kind of texturing up a little bit here. Going to bring it down just a little, and then we don't do too much here. So we'll get in there a little bit. Kind of bring it down, and then go back to the white for that light side. So what is it like? what are we doing? We're doing the drapery. We're just redoing the drapery is all we're doing, right? We're just redoing it, we're just doing a drapery study. Rocks, mountains, cheekbones, shoulder, blades, collarbones. Paint it all. It's a rock. It's a mountain. It's drapery. The most important technique in all of art, especially drawing and painting. It's the technique. Now we look at. Woo! All right, that's good. Yeah, that's what we got. Okay, so here's what we got to go with for. Now let's go with the little pathway. How about a pathway? Now, I'm supposed to go with the same brush. I could go a little thinner brush. I wanted here, but I'm supposed to use it here. I'm using the edge. I'm using the edge enough. All right, so now we're going to take a little pathway. We're going to go a little greenish tint. We're going to go burnt sienna brown, cerulean blue, burnt sienna brown. Okay, so we're going to bring in a path. Now, watch your path. It's going to wind. We got to widen it up as we get what coming down. Remember the watercolor landscape. Remember the pathway got wider at the bottom, right? Perspective, you got to have it in there. This is going to be wide down here, thin back there. Okay, so we're going to, and darker down here, and more textured down here too, because it's closer to you. So this is going to darker, more textured, and rocky looking, or the edges. So on, will be thicker. So we're going to bring this thing up, right here. Okay. Now, around these edges, there's going to be snow kind of built up on the sides. So at the last step tomorrow, we don't have time for that today. You're going to take this pure white clean brush, just thicken that up around the edges, and it'll build up the snow and make it look like it's above that little path or stream or whatever it is down between there. We're going to kind of thicken around the edge with dark colors and come back into pure white on the outer edge. See what we're talking? Just knowing and using your senses and knowing your surroundings, using your eyes, and just picturing it. A lot of it's, seeing as an artist and just knowing that color mixture, and we'll get this pathway looking, like a real pathway. All right, now, so lighter, less detailed as it goes back. Yeah, perspective. We could do a mountain. We could do a mountain way back here. Just light blue. If I wanted to put one way in the distance, I could do a big tall mountain in the back. Just smooth it out, light blue, light purple, purple, blue. Now, so the next step, of course, we're going to put some little hills of snow and stuff here. But the next step we want you to throw in trees. We want to throw in some trees. Now I'm still going big brush. I haven't changed brushes. I'm still going the same brush we started. I'm going to come in with a little brush in a minute, but just hang on for a second. The tree trunks. Now, you don't want, tree trunks are brown, you think, right? But you got to go blue and brown to get a realistic color, right? So go a little blue and brown. Okay. There we go. Now, where do we want a tree? Let's put a tree. The lower they go, the taller they go. If they start a tree here, it's not going to be very tall. If I started a tree there, it's going to be little. Just like in the world, we're talking, put her by the house. You just suspect. Put it here, it's big, right? So let's go a tree. Let's go a tree big right here, okay? So with turpentine, it's not just brown. I'm just still using the edge of the brush this way, okay? That's going to be a pretty big trunk. People in the back of the room there. Right here, they got the World Wide Web. It sounds good for all the YouTubers out there. Now on the tree, I want to darken a light side too. Where's our light side? This side. So we're going to make our darken the other way. We'll do that in a second. So let's put the cup. I'm just doing the trunks right now. Let's do another tree right here. Put another tree here. Normally there's going to be a lot of trees. We'll have some big trunk ones, and then the ones in the far back will be thin. Okay. Put another one here. And notice I'm using the blues and the browns together to get this color. You can go a little more brown if you want it. Just don't, think, it's the look you want. I mean, it's your picture. So, how you want it to go. Maybe you're trying to match up that color of the house. I don't know. But that you're going to sell to someone. So, now, let's say that's our big tree trunks there, right? And we can put more. That's up to you. I can put tons, right? Okay, however you want to pay the big aspen trees, the different types of trees. Now we're going to come in and we're going to grab a thin brush. Grab a thinner brush. Thin, you've got thin one, you get your little blue, small one if you want it. But, oh, now remember too, under the trees, you want to have shadows. You can't just have them floating. We'll talk about that if we get a chance here. Okay, now, we're running short. We'll come back and finish up a couple things tomorrow. And so let's do another couple of trees. Now, remember when you did the tree branches on the watercolor landscape? Where you held it just barely? The thinnest brush, same way. Get the thinnest brush you can, maybe your little one. But again, gray color, brown with the blue. Thin it down with the Turks, thin it down. Use the turpentine like it's the water. And I'll just show you a couple of branches here. Okay? You don't want them too brown. And you want them thin. The trunk's big, the branches are thin. Okay? Remember that? Remember the thin branch still? And there's going to be a lot of branches. So again, you can take some time to kind of put your branches on. Now let's throw some little smaller trees in there. A little smaller tree or two in. Maybe back here, a couple of trees. Okay. And then, now I will say the trees will be easier to paint tomorrow too because it'll dry just a little for you. You can put some more trees in there. It will be a little easier to put in. And, you'll get this thing going. But again, they're going to be thin. The further back they go, the littler they get, And then, so, you put your branches in. And any questions so far? Any questions? This is something you could just keep doing all day long. I don't know what would be. This is, it's going to be, you're going to really skate for about a couple of minutes here when that bell's getting ready to ring. You got to leave this. I mean, if you're not going to stay here all day, literally, you don't want to do that. Okay, so let's think. Now we talked about that dark side. You might want to. Let's say it's already dark. Okay. Let's go stick with white. Let's say you're gonna like over here. I mean, you can pick this baby up, especially down low. Because texture, consistency of paint, like we said, big. We'll get the shadowing going in there. Show you a little of that maybe. Now, I didn't get the shadow under the trees and all that. It's just nearly like you did the water. It's nearly just very similar to that watercolor demo, right? So let's just say you've got that shadow, so shadow this way. So you're going to come, like, you've got to get that shadow on all these trees, right? Now, it's not just that. You're going to come back down with a little thick white. So you don't have the water like you did, watercolor, how you had that, you did that old graded wash thing. It's similar. But you coming in with the white. It's not like watercolor. There's a lot of similarity. You come in with that white, and then you keep going. So let's stand back, and I mean, you're getting going. I mean, literally 2 days you can knock this out. 2, 3 days, 4 days maybe for you. You can knock this thing out. Frame it up, sell it, take pictures of it, get it on your social media. I mean, it's texture, it's color. Looks great, better from here. Go look close. Let's have everyone go up close and kind of look up. And we got this on video. I think we're good. Any last minute questions for oil painting? Is this 2018 now? We're talking oil painting, snow scene, ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, burnt sienna brown, titanium white. Painting oceans in the morning, snow scenes the afternoon. I'm going to play tennis right now. I mean, life doesn't get much better than this, folks. This is what it's all about.